So let's quickly unbox the phone. The Mi A1 is the first phone from Xiaomi to come with stock interface. So this means the hardware is from Xiaomi and the software comes from Google, which could be a deadly combination in the budget segment when it comes to competing with other phones. So here's the Mi A1 guys. Notice the curves at the corners, and this should make the phone very friendly to hold in the hands. We have the gold color here that has a white front. Phone really looks like the Apple iPhone 7 Plus. Looking at the back, the look of the dual cameras is very close, saved only by the flash which is provided at the front. And also the antenna lines are a total rip-off. There's a 2.5D curved glass at the top, which is a Corning Gorilla Glass 3. Let's power up the phone and check other box contents. All the accessories are put in the box. The first thing is the charger, which has a 2 amperes of power output. Then there is a user guide, though the SAR value is mentioned on the back of the box, which is 1.26 watt per kg for the head, just on the borderline. Then there is the warranty information. On the other side, there is the power cable, which is a Type-C cable, and there are no earphones given in the box. Now let's check the SIM card tray and other ports on the phone. The Mi A1 has a hybrid slot, which means you can add 2 nano SIM cards or 1 SIM card and 1 micro SD card for expanding storage. At the bottom, there is a 3.5mm headphone jack, a Type-C USB port, which is rare in this price segment, and mono speakers. There is also a primary mic, while the secondary one for noise cancellation is provided at the top, beside the IR blaster like the Redmi Note 4. The notification LED is given on the left of the proximity sensors at front. The soft keys at the bottom are not backlit, while the power and the lock key are nicely made and are tactile. In fact, the build quality of the phone itself is quite nice and sturdy. It's made out of metal, though it isn't as solid as what we have seen on the Nokia or Motorola phones. But the Mi A1 is well built and well designed phone for its price that doesn't feel cheap or feel as if corners are cut. The phone is also quite easy to use with one hand, though the bezels aren't small like the LG Q6 that you get in a similar price, but it is also quite slim and lightweight for the size. Okay, so the phone has been set up and this is what the interface looks like. The pure stock interface, which is quite nice feeling to see on the phone, is paired with a decent chipset at this price. As you can see, there are no third-party apps, no extra software, except that there is the feedback app from Xiaomi, and the camera app is also from Xiaomi, which is there because the company says the Google camera app has no provision to handle dual cameras. So, like the iPhone, there is a portrait mode as well on the camera to blur backgrounds, and we'll soon take a look at it. For now, let's check more about the software on the phone, which really seems to be fluid and flying on the Snapdragon 625 with 4GB RAM. The phone has 64GB storage, out of which around 50GB is available for use. Also, only 1.2GB of RAM is being used right now, and 2.3GB is still available. Coming to the extra features, you can set the fingerprint scanner to bring down the notification menu and double-click the power button to turn on the camera. There are also preloaded wallpapers from Xiaomi that you can switch to or download more from the internet. There's also a scheduled power on-off system wherein you can set time at which the phone will automatically switch on and off. The phone also comes with Google Assistant preloaded. The fact that it is an Android One phone means it will be getting software updates for at least 1 year, which includes security patches and upgrade to the Android O. Most of the Redmi phones haven't even been upgraded to the Android N or the Android 7.0. Another important thing to note is that you will not be required to sign into the Mi account. You do need Google account of course, like any other Android phone, but no Xiaomi account is needed. The phone is fairly fast and fluid. The apps are opening without any animations or lags, and thanks to the Snapdragon 625 chip, there is a good amount of power under the hood. The interface also feels fluid. We did a little gaming on the phone just to see if it heats up or not. We have tested the chipset before and know it handles games well. The Mi A1 has no problems running the Asphalt 8 or the Modern Combat 5. There are no frame drops or lags, though we did find the phone a little slow at loading the games, but the gameplay itself is sleek and smooth. But gaming also drew our attention to the display of the phone, which doesn't seem as vivid as the Note 4. The rendering seems washed out in bright areas, and the color tone is not as appealing as what we have seen on phones of this price. Though it is a Full HD display, we think that the color and the clarity on the display could have been better. Now let's set up the fingerprint scanner and then check the speed of the unlock. As you can see, it's quite fast, not very different from the Xiaomi Redmi Note 4. Now, the Mi A1 comes with dual cameras and we have seen them turn out not so great in this price on other devices. Though the implementation is a little different on Mi A1, so we kind of think it is a better utilization of two sensors than just for depth. So let's first check the autofocus on the main sensor and then we'll check it for portrait mode that uses the zoom camera. The AF works quite nice, though it is a little slow. It is accurate and works well for corners as well. For the macro shots, you will need to resort to touch to focus, which also works great on the Mi A1. You get focus lock in just one touch and the camera can focus quite up close. Photos come out to be sharp and the details captured are decent, not great but very much workable. To our surprise, the focus works good in portrait mode as well, which we have seen take a toll in other dual camera phones like the Lenovo K8 Note. Obviously, the zoom comes in handy when you are taking portrait shots to soften the background and create nice bokeh effect. The details captured are same as the main sensor, which is good. Other features on the camera include slow motion recording and time-lapse capture, both of which are a rare thing in this price segment. The quality is not exceptional, but still workable again.